I'm Nick McCrafty.
And I'm John Carboy. Welcome to WBRW News,
your source for brew news. Tonight we begin our broadcast from the Kraken Gastro-pub, where Davy Jones, our octopologist, is sitting down with the owner, Aaron Kloop. Davy?
Alright, I'm here with Aaron from the Kraken Gastro-pub off of Rosewood Drive. How you doing? Thanks for having us. And tell us a little bit about your location. When did you guys open and what you got going on?
Oh man, our first service was November 16th, 2012. So we just passed the 2-year mark, had a lot of success. That's pretty much it. We are right on Rosewood Drive, 2910 Rosewood Drive, kind of tucked away in the basement, around back.
Nice.
Yeah.
So obviously you have 30 beers on tap, and I see the sign outside. Tell us a little bit about your beer selection and what you like to do with that.
30 beers on tap. We focus mainly on American craft beers. We don't do a lot of the big beers or big breweries.
Nice.
We focus on the crafts that you just don't find everywhere else. So of the 30 taps that you probably see behind me, maybe 3 or 4 are usually reserved for international beers. So, but everything else is American craft, and we focus also on regional. So awesome. South Carolina beers, North Carolina beers, Georgia beers. So that's pretty much the concept.
So a good local feel.
Absolutely.
Here. Speaking of the beer, I know you tend to have good deals throughout the week, different specials of beer and stuff.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. On Monday and Wednesday, we do $2 craft bottles, and we're talking the good stuff. Yeah, craft bottles that you usually probably pay $4 or $5 for elsewhere. And on Tuesdays, so that's Monday and Wednesday. On Tuesdays, we actually do $3 drafts. We pick out at least 15 of the 30, but for the last couple of Fridays, the last couple of Tuesdays, we've done like all 30.
Wow.
Well, 29 this past.
Well, I mean, that's close enough.
Exactly.
That is awesome. And of course, we love the beer, but the food clearly is also something that you tend to excel in. What do you have going on with that?
Absolutely. I mean, the name is formally the Kraken Gastro-pub. And we try to live up to the Gastro-pub idea. I mean, we're a pub, but we also focus on the food, which is a big draw for us. We want to do things other people aren't doing around town. So, we have popular items that you don't find anywhere else, like a lobster grilled cheese sandwich and crispy pork belly.
So you have mussels and all kind of stuff.
Oh, mussels. We have great burger. We have smoked wings, a little spin that you don't find elsewhere in town.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having us out, man. It's a beautiful place. We love, obviously the deals are immaculate. I mean, 30 beers on tap, if you have at least 15 for $3 once a week, that's great.
Yeah.
Bottles, awesome. We'll have to definitely come by, check out some more, and maybe come in and check out the food while it's getting made up for us.
Hey, that would be much appreciated.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having us. You have a wonderful day.
Yeah, thanks, you too.
Gee whiz. It sure seems like Aaron does indeed have a clue when it comes to fine cuisine and beer.
Craft beer and the Mile High Club? The fantasy is now full-blown reality, thanks to Delta Airlines, who are now offering 7 craft beers on their planes. Stone and Lagunitas are available on their West Coast shuttle, Los Angeles and San Francisco, while Blue Point and Newberry Point beer is available on their East Coast shuttle, which is New York, Boston, DC, and Chicago. Ballast Point and Brooklyn Brewery beer is served on transcontinental flights, New York to Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Seattle. And Sweetwater beer is available in the Southeast flights. That's Atlanta, Florida, New York, and DC, and the New Orleans. Cinnamon Islands is available on all flights.
Go figure.
The most exciting part about this news is it's complimentary. Yes, it's free on all shuttle flights.
Wow. Free beer on a shuttle flight?
Beer boners.
There you go. If flying isn't your thing, and you prefer to stay a little more grounded, Columbia, South Carolina is now home. The VI is now home to a Brew Bus. The Columbia Brew Bus is driven onto the scene with a pretty awesome setup. Milton Bustard got a chance to catch up with Cam on the Brew Bus to be schooled on the bus.
Alright, I'm here with Cam from Columbia Brew Bus. How you doing, Cam?
Doing well, man.
Great, man. So tell us a little bit about Columbia Brew Bus. How did you guys get started? A little bit of history behind it.
So Columbia Brew Bus is me and my 2 business partners, Mike and Chris. I was talking with another friend over dinner just about, hey, now that we have 3 full production breweries in Columbia, I think a bus system would work here to transport people between them. And so I ran the idea by Mike. He loved it. We brought in Chris as our business legal guy and just kind of hit it from there. We went around to all the breweries. They were all on board. And so we've just kind of been rolling ever since.
Sweet, man. And so tell us a little bit about what people get to do when they're on the Brew Bus and where you guys start and where you're headed.
So when you're on the bus, we pick up from different partner restaurants in the Vista. It changes per weekend, but you can find all that information on the website. When you buy a ticket, it'll let you know. So we pick up in the Vista, and we come down to our 3 partner breweries, which are Conquest. They were the first brewery here in Columbia. Then we've got River Rat Brewery and Swamp Cabbage, the newest brewery as well. So we hit all 3 of those breweries. At each one, you get a chance to taste the beers. You get a flight, which is 16 ounces, 4 4-ounce pours, and then a separate 8-ounce tour pour at both Conquest and Swamp Cabbage. The tour pours, they'll take you back into the facility, show you the tanks, and tell you a little bit about their brewing philosophy. Have something for you to sip on while you're doing that. Over at River Rat, they just have a larger sampler. They have a 6 4-ounce pour sampler over there, and so you'll get to take, most people can't finish it in the amount of time before we got to go on the tour, so you can take a couple of the sampler glasses back with you.
Or chug them down.
Yeah, sure. Whatever suits you best.
Cool. So you said they also take them around. Of course, they do a brew tour.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Cool. And what are some other things you guys do as far as on the bus in between the stops?
On the bus, we've got bottled water and snacks for anybody who needs to stay hydrated, keep a little food in their stomach while they're drinking at the breweries. We do a little bit of sightseeing. As I said, we pick up in the Vista, so we go up through the Vista and show anyone that's not from Columbia. We'll go by and show them the State House. We'll go through USC's campus a little bit, take them down toward Williams-Brice before we head over to the breweries. And then we also we'll do some beer trivia along the way, and either by result of the trivia or a raffle, we'll usually give away either a bomber or a growler of local beer, and if not that, a gift certificate to bring somebody back for another ride.
Cool, cool. And what hours do you guys operate and what days of the week?
Right now we run Friday through Sunday. On Fridays we pick up at 5:30 and go until about 9. On Saturdays and Sundays we pick up at 3 and go until about 6:30 or so.
Cool, cool. And what's the cost if people are wanting to come and do this?
It's a $50 standard ticket, but we do offer price break discounts for groups. As soon as you bring 8 people or more, you start getting into those price breaks, and we offer private tours as well for groups of 8 or more.
Oh, sweet, cool. All right, is there anything else we need to know, or you want to make sure we get out there?
Website is www.columbiabrewbus.com. That's where you can go to book any of your tours. Make sure to just check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those things. That's where we're usually posting most of our updates. So yeah,
all your social media sites.
Yep.
Great. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the time, and we're definitely gonna have to do another video and take a ride with you guys.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Our next story comes to us from All About Beer magazine and a 2015 World Beer Festival in Columbia, South Carolina. Tickets are now available on sale for $40 for general admission that includes a tasting glass, unlimited samples of over 200 beers, and there's also a VIP admission for $75 that includes access to a private lounge and a bonus selection of rare and unique beer.
Bonus.
This year, the event features a new Belgian beer garden, expanded beer selection, and live music in addition to the silent disco. Tickets can be purchased for the either 12 to 4 session or the 6 to 10 session, online or in person, at Craft and Draft, Green's Beverages, Morganelli's Party Store, and River Rat Brewery.
Now that sounds like a drunken good time. Make sure that you have your cab on speed dial.
Well, that wraps up this week's episode of WBRW News. Be sure to catch us next time.
Stay crafty, Columbia.